Hello everybody and welcome to Rituparna Creates. I am Rituparna Roy, former teacher, lifelong learner, passionate napper, reader and writer. A very warm welcome if this is the first time that you are coming on this channel. Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking on that video and landing here. Do check out my other videos as well. If you like what you see, please do subscribe and follow me on this journey of life together, figuring out things as we go. So today's video is all about reading habits. Now I have been a lifelong reader. I have been reading since I could remember, since I was a child. And these are some of the reading habits that I want to start, some habits that I have had this year also that I was following. I want to carry them to the next year as well. If you are also a reader or if you are thinking about starting to getting into reading, I hope you find these tips helpful, and let's get into the video. If you are a non-reader or if you have not started reading so many books, I really advise you to start and get into reading. It is such a pleasurable hobby. You will always have something to do. I don't think anybody ever gets bored of reading books. But yes, sometimes we do land into slumps where we don't feel like reading. But I don't think that means that we are bored of reading. It's just that sometimes we want to take a break and then get back to it again. There are so many types of books, so many genres. You will find something that resonates and fits with you. It's a good way of spending your time, but it is also something that really enhances our development, gives us food for thought, and lets us explore so many different things, so many different opinions, viewpoints, and all of that as well. And on that note, let's start with the first habit that I want to start. And actually I have started it this year as well. I want to carry it on to 2022, and that is read books from other genres. So what usually happened when I was a kid was I read only and only fiction. I don't think as a kid I read anything beyond that. So a lot of Sidney Sheldon and a lot of Sherlock, Hardy Boys, and when I was really younger, the mysterious the Seven and all of that by Enid Blyton, right? The famous Five. So now as I have grown up, and especially after meeting Sujosh, my husband, who reads really a lot of genres, or at least he tries, but there are some things also that he doesn't read. I think it's we all have some genres that we are really biased to. Thrillers and mysteries and all of that is something that I'm really close to. I read a lot of that. And don't get me wrong, it's not really a bad thing to read only certain types of books. I just feel that sometimes it's a good idea to mix it up, to at least give some other genres a chance as well. So last year I tried a few books from from Japanese authors, their translated versions and all, and it was really nice. I really liked the experience. I read some fantasy and some dark fantasy and all of that, and it was good. So I have really opened up to the idea. Some books, let me tell you, yes, there are some books that really just don't do it for you, and that's okay. I don't think we should pressure ourselves to like a particular book, and just because we have that to go through it completely. You want the experience to be enjoyable, you are reading to enjoy, right? So it's not that, but yeah, just try to open up a little bit more, try some few genres as well, things that authors that I have not read from before. The next habit that I want to start is reading daily. Now you must be thinking, she's a reader but she does not read daily. I used to, but now with my job and with YouTube and Instagram, what happens is that I am in this constant loop of, okay, what next, or what is trending, or what has to go out tomorrow. So usually what happens is I used to read at my bedtime, but now in my bedtime I'm just scrolling through social media, just jotting down or just thinking of marking any posts or reels or things like that I want to recreate. But I want to overcome that. I don't want to look at social media the last thing and the first thing that I want to do before waking up and before going to sleep. So yeah, we are going to be changing that. So I have thought about a routine that is going to be divided into 2 parts. I want to read for 40 minutes to an hour every day. So what I'm going to do is in the morning I'm going to read for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes depending upon how much time do I have, and in the night I'm going to read for 30 minutes before I go to bed. And this is very, very important to me. I don't want to lose this habit, because if you get into this very unknowingly, we keep looking at our phones before we go to sleep, and you keep doing this, days turn into weeks and months, and then you will suddenly find yourself very addicted. So past few weeks I was very, very anxious if I did not see my phone before I went to sleep, and that is when I realized that this has to stop. I love what I do. I love creating videos. I love posting on Instagram and in consuming content there. But that is not what everything is about. I also want to do the other things that I enjoy. This is the routine that I have come up with. In the morning when I'm reading for the 15-20 minutes, I want to read something non-fictional or something like that, some blog, some article, something not really a fiction piece, because what generally happens with fiction is that sometimes becomes very difficult to put the book down, and I want to read something that will inspire me, motivate me, give me something to think about right in the morning. I do not really read news or newspapers in the morning, because many times any type of news that is there, it can be disturbing. So yeah, but I'll read something else. I'll think of a blog or an article, find it the day before, mark it, and then read it the next morning. The other one is to create a reading space. Now my reading space is my bedroom. I like to sit on my bed and I like to read. So we are going to create a little nook for me there. I'm going to set it up and organize it in such a way that it leads me to reading, that it inspires and motivates me to read more. The other thing that I want to do is to create a reading journal, right? Nothing fancy. I am going to take a plain notebook that I have and that was lying spare, and I want to create a reading journal. Let me show you how I do that. So this is how the end result looks like, right? Of course, first is the name of the book. So which book I'm reading, in what format it is, whether it is an actual like a physical book, or is it a PDF or an audio book, the number of pages, and the start and the end date. So the start and end date will tell me that how much time it took me to complete the book, and then some thoughts. So what did I think about the book? What did I like? What did I not like? And if I have not completed the book, then I can jot down what is the reason for that, right? So along with name of the book, I think I'll also leave a little space for author. So I think at the end of the year, if I flip through this will be a really, really good reflection of things, what I read, what all I have read, and how did I like it, and my thoughts. And this will also be very helpful in creating videos as well, right? So sometimes when you read a book, you forget after a long time that, what was like how did you feel about it? So this will also be a documentation for that. The fifth thing that I want to do is I want to read a non-fiction, not just non-fiction books, but also expand to reading some non-fiction articles, and probably also start getting into a little bit more of audiobooks as well. I have never tried audiobooks, so I want to give it a go. Many times what happens with non-fiction is that I don't want to buy that book. So I think an audiobook or an ebook will be a really, really good option. So I'm going to explore that in the coming year. The last one is not really more of a habit, but more of a goal. So in the last video that I did, one of my videos about what I read this year, I'll link it somewhere for you. And in that I said that the idea was again to read 24 books, 12 months in a year, 2 books every month, very simple. But now that I am thinking of it, I want to challenge also myself a little bit. So I'm going to keep the 24 as the lower limit, and I'm going to try and go up to 30 books in this year. So let's see how that works out for me, and you guys keep me accountable, right? And we are going to do a little book club and what I read this month, and we are going to keep ourselves motivated throughout the year. And yeah, with that we have come to an end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found these tips useful. Do create reading goals for yourself as well. Do share them down in the comments. They do not have to be something like me. If you have just started reading, probably just take it very, very slow. Try reading 4 or 3 or 6 books, and that's absolutely okay. Do let me know what are your goals, reading goals for this year, and I'll see you again in another video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye. Hi guys, so I have come here. Oh, this is editing me. So I have come here to talk about two things in the video. This video that you are seeing here was shot in December last year. So I think there are some places where I am saying that, next year or 21 or 22. I'm sorry for all that mix up. It was supposed to go out last month, but then I did some unplanned videos and I thought, yeah, this will be a very good time. You guys must be setting your resolutions, goals, and the perfect time to be putting out this video. And it's very close to me because it's about reading and it's about books. The second thing is that while editing, I realized that I did not plug in my microphone. So I'm very, very sorry about all the background noise that you get to hear in this video. I'll be working on that in the next video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will understand.